I will tell you how many suggestions we got, and then you just pick a number.
All right. And before this is done, you got to let me know what kind of webcam you got, because you look great, and I need to upgrade my whole thing. So.
Yeah, I got a Logitech.
Logitech.
I got that. I can send you the info. It was a buddy of mine, my buddy Chris. He said, like, "Hey, I like the stuff you're doing, but
you got to look better."
And I go, he goes, "What webcam are you using?" I go, "I'm using the one the computer came with, that came with the computer." And he goes, "I got a couple of them." So he sent me this thing. The big thing is lighting too. Like if you can get the lighting down, it helps so much. So
I'm gonna have to invest a little.
Yeah, I'm always asking people, like, what lighting? What do you got? What light do you got there?
Yeah, pick up the webcam. Let me see what you got. Turn it around.
I got this one. Wait, I don't know how to. Hold on. I mean, I can't.
You can't. Okay, is it stuck?
No, it's like, I can't. How can I show you?
Oh no, I was gonna say, show me the lighting that you have. Do you have anything in front of you?
Look at that, dude.
Okay.
That and that.
Yeah. Okay.
I did get a ring light.
Yeah.
But right now, the light I've got, this tiny one, works pretty well.
Yeah, you look good. You look warm. I look kind of bleached out a little bit. Yeah, I got to figure that out. Yeah, you look good.
Your camera too. The webcam will help that.
Yeah, I'm using the one on the laptop. So.
See, I was freaking out about it, but if you can get another, one of these webcams, I think it works so much better. It helps with the light.
I need as much help as I can get, man.
Dude, you and me both. I've got like 3 lights around here, and then as soon as I got this webcam, it changed everything. So
that's great.
This is the show, by the way.
Yeah, this is the show.
I bring people on and we talk about, like, the camera and the light setup.
That's such a great show.
It's about 10 minutes. Same conversations a lot of times too. So
right, people ask the same questions. Show me what it is. Yeah.
Pick a number between 1 and 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
What am I feeling? I'm feeling 11.
Ooh, great. Everyone comments that their favorite part of the show is watching me count the suggestions. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, is that the best part of the show?
7, yeah, 9, 10, and it's all downhill after this.
Hosed completely.
Sommer Austin, a dear friend, gave the suggestion of lecture hall.
Lecture hall.
That's our suggestion, is lecture hall.
Okay, thank you. Who's that, Sommer?
Yeah, that's Sommer.
Thank you, Sommer. Have you ever taken a class from her before?
Yeah.
You have?
Oh yeah, she's tough.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked online. I checked for reviews, and a lot of people say that she's tough, but that you learn a lot if you can actually make it through the class.
Well, that's the thing. I've taken her class. This is the 3rd time I've taken her class. I failed the first 2.
You're kidding.
No. So if you're looking for, like, help, I'm not the guy. I'm barely holding on. Last time I got.
All right. No. Hey, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go sit elsewhere.
Okay.
Take care.
Great.
Good luck. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks. I mean, you're gonna run across. You're gonna run across the same thing wherever you sit. So.
Oh. Well, I'll take my chances.
I mean, everyone in the class except you. I mean, we've all taken the class before.
I'm the only person here who.
Yeah. Everyone else is a familiar face. But if you want to go, you know what? Go. I don't want to keep you here. I don't want to be bad luck. Go ahead.
Okay. You sure? You're sure you're fine?
Oh yeah, of course I'm fine.
All right. Thank you. Don't take it personally. I wish you the best of luck. Maybe I'll see you in a study group or something.
Yeah. I mean, I take it a little personally, but.
Well, I didn't mean. I mean, it's not a personal thing. I've heard really scary things about her, and I need to pass this class. I want chemistry to be my major.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is not high school. This is advanced chemistry.
High school was easy. This has been. I'm not doing well.
I didn't study at all in high school. I didn't know how to study, and then I got here, and it was like, first class Monday morning. I had organic chemistry with her, and it just, I aced it in high school.
You
What?
aced it in high school, but then you got here and you failed it?
Yeah.
You got an A in high school on
Yeah.
organic chemistry.
Yes. 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 And so I thought I'm going to be able to do this no problem. And I
At
got
least
here and it
get,
was like, it's like a different speed. It's like I hear when players go from college to the pros and the
yeah.
speed is just fast. It's the same thing here. The speed is fast. She doesn't wait for anything. She won't wait for you. She won't let you ask questions. She just moves on. If you don't like it, she'll say, figure that out in your own time. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, the whole point, I read on the syllabus that she doesn't even hold office hours.
No,
That's scary. That's really scary to me.
right. So I would say like you should probably assume you're going to fail. Like I didn't assume I was going to fail. The second time I took the class, I tried, but I assumed I was going to fail, and I did. But I got a 67.
67 is good. Did you ever consider
It's good. It's still failing.
not? Yeah, it's still a fail, but it's not a 40 fail.
Of the fails, it's the
It's pretty
closest. It's
good.
like
Yeah.
an A of failing.
If you were in a group of people of
Yep.
just failures, they would be looking to you for guidance.
Well, that's why I'm surprised you're moving because we've all failed the class. I failed the best. So when
Sure.
you're moving away
You should.
from the
Okay.
best.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm Francisco.
Oh, hey, I'm Jerry.
Jerry, nice to meet you, Jerry.
Hi, nice to meet you, Francisco.
Uh, I can't fail a class. My parents are going to kill me. So maybe I should just drop the class completely and study something a little bit easier, you know?
Well, I mean, if chemistry is going to be your major, like you have
Maybe
to
it
take
shouldn't.
this.
Maybe it shouldn't be. I thought
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to mix chemicals together in a professional environment
Well, I mean,
for pay.
I think that's what we all want to do. So you're in good company.
Well, that's nice, but my parents are going to kill me if I come back with an F. The only reason they're even helping me pay for this is because if I don't fail. If I fail, I have to pay for it all on my own. Yeah. And I have very few skills.
If you had to get a job right now, like
Yeah.
you failed out of school right now, what's your top 3 skills?
Does Blockbuster still exist?
Yeah, there's one. There's one, I think, in Alaska.
I mean, I could probably work there over the summer.
Would that be like retail or customer service or video knowledge?
Video knowledge. I have an encyclopedic knowledge of movies.
Your favorite Michael Bay movie?
Bad Boys
Ah,
2.
yeah,
2.
that's
2.
the best one. I think it goes 2, 1, 3. I think
Yeah.
that's the Bad Boy series. I think it's 2, 1, then 3.
Yeah. Hey, it's getting. I noticed we're already 15 minutes into the hour.
Yeah.
Is she actually going to be doing a lecture, or do we just come here and
Yeah.
this
No,
is-
that's what I'm saying. She comes in. That's why she never asks questions, is because she comes in and then she is off and running. Like she doesn't slow down. She doesn't allow you to record anything. She doesn't allow you, you
Yeah.
can only take notes. And if you miss, I can't share notes. Nobody can share notes if you miss.
Oh gosh, I was surprised to read on the syllabus that we're not allowed to bring in our laptops. I had to go buy just loose leaf paper and pencil.
Well, I mean, that's a smart call.
That's what what are you using? What's that you got there?
Oh, I've got a pen. It's an
Oh, that's
erasable
smart.
pen.
That's smart. Yeah, that's
And
smart.
then it's funny. I take notes on like Post-its because
Oh.
I write real small.
Uh-huh.
And then I want to get as much as I can. It's a system. I tried. It's interesting you say that. The first year I tried loose leaf paper and a pencil.
Yeah.
And I was out of my element. Then the second I tried graph paper.
With the like the lines.
Yeah, with all the
squares?
lines.
The grid paper.
paper.
I would think the grid paper is a good choice.
I think it was, but I got too distracted.
What
It was
would you do?
It was too busy for me.
Okay.
And then so I finally decided Post-it notes. Like the second half of last semester, I was doing Post-it notes, and I really brought my grade up then. And let me tell you, like what she's gonna do is when she gives a lecture, she also springs pop quizzes on you, like on us. So you don't know if it's ever going to be like just lecture or she's going to come in and give a quiz. Like it's always different. It's always different.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know,
You're
if you
making me, I mean,
want,
you're making me rethink this.
well, let me just ask you a question.
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Um, this is like the easiest one she would give you. How many
Okay.
electrons occupy the bonding molecular orbitals of a CN triple bond? How many would you say?
Oh, it depends. It depends which energy state we're talking about. If you're talking about the highest energy state, it would be 7.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is that wrong?
uh,
I mean, I'm just going off of what I've.
I might grab another seat
Yeah, I get that.
if,
I look. You're not going to get anything from me. You've taken this 3 times. You have a much better chance of passing this class than I do.
well, also
Listen,
like something that she'll tell you. I mean, I don't want to ruin, I can tell you a couple of things if you want to know.
yeah, that'll be great.
Um, if you take it 3 times and you
Yeah.
fail, but you improve your grade, you pass. So as long as I get higher than a 67, I'm going to pass organic chemistry.
Okay.
So you either need to get a 70,
Or
which,
I need to take it 4 times.
or you take it 3 times, like the third time after the third time. So like really, I don't even have to show up because even if I fail, well, I do have to show up because I have to fail at a higher rate. So I have to get 67.5 or higher, and then that equates to passing. So even if
And
I fail, but it's a high enough grade, then I'll still pass.
so what happens this time around if you actually get like a 66?
Oh,
What if
then
you
I
go
start
down?
back. I start all over again, and it wipes the first 2 away. So I have to start
How
over again.
how many years have you been at this college?
This is my fifth, fourth. Well, this is my third year here, but it's my second year as a chemistry major.
Okay.
I came in, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and
Uh-huh.
I was on scholarship. What sport do you think I was on scholarship for? And you won't hurt my feelings.
Squash.
Oh, hey,
Was it squash?
yeah, are you a squash player? You a
I
squash
am.
man?
I'm a squash man. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I'd love to play squash with you sometime.
Well, I'm probably going to be studying a lot, but once I have some free time, yeah, absolutely. I'll play squash. Do we have squash courts here? I've never even bothered to look.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's 18 indoor squash courts. It's over
Okay.
on it's right west of the quad. It's by McCormick Hall.
I'll text my dad and tell him to mail me my racket.
Oh, yes.
I
I
don't
mean,
even
I'm
have.
I'm surprised you didn't bring it.
I didn't. My dad and mom made it clear that when I come to college, I have to kind of focus just on academics. I haven't dated since I got here. I don't even go out to eat with anybody. I just do my cup of noodles in my dorm room and study, you know? I don't
You know what goes good in a cup of noodles?
uh squash.
Well, so yeah, I mean the vegetable, yeah. Also, if
Yeah.
you cut up some hot dogs, low
Oh, see, I
protein,
haven't done that. That's a good
turkey
idea.
turkey dogs are really good. It's less fat.
Right. Um, I'm only 20, so I don't need to really worry about that too much.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got a great physique.
I've got my metabolism is phenomenal. I can eat
Yeah.
anything and I don't gain any weight at all.
What if you if you could
Is
eat
she
three
gonna
things?
is she gonna come at all? Because we're now half an hour into the lecture time.
Oh yeah, she'll be here. I mean,
Okay.
you're early, right?
According to this, I was supposed to start at noon. Is that not the time that
That
the lecture actually starts?
that's what time the class opens.
So the lecture starts at what time? 12:30?
Yeah.
1 o'clock? Okay.
And here she comes.
Oh, and she's gone. That
Yep,
was
that was
it?
it. That was it.
I didn't even have a chance to write anything down.
Well, that's why I got post-it notes because you got to be a quick
Oh my
scribe.
God.
Well, I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I'll see you on Wednesday and maybe on the squash court next week after I get my racket.
Yeah, you remember where it is, right?
My racket, it's in my closet at home with my parents.
No, the squash court.
There's 18 of them, and they're next to the west side of the quad
Yep, by McCormick Hall.
by McCormick Hall.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Listen, Jerry, great meeting you.
Hey, great to meet you.
All right, I'm gonna go home and cry.
Scene. How much do you know about chemistry?
Zero. Zero.
Oh my God.
Which I'm sure is clear to anybody.
Well, I mean, I thought that answer was great. I actually dropped out of chemistry in high school 2 weeks into the class. I took it in college. I got an A.
Oh shit.
And it was definitely the teacher.
Wow.
The teacher I had in high school was one of those guys that was too smart
Uh-huh.
that he couldn't explain it. And I was like, I can't do this. I'm sorry.
You know, I actually was someone that took a class 3 times in college.
Were you really? What class?
So I didn't know what I wanted to do either when I got into college. Didn't know.
Yep.
And I took a calculus class, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun being able to solve problems. So I decided I'll be a math major. But I didn't want to be theoretical. I wanted to be applied. And I'm looking through the list of applications, and nothing sounded good. So I went, I'll just go mechanical engineering. And there was a dynamics class, which means like moving objects, upper level mechanical engineering, and it had statics as a recommended course to take prior to taking this, which is a physics class. And I went, oh, it's recommended. It's not a requirement. I don't need this class. So I just went ahead and took this upper level mechanical engineering class. And when I got back my midterm, for the first time I took the class, I got a 2 out of 100.
Oh my God.
A 2 out of 100. I literally folded it in half, folded it in quarters, folded it in eighths, put it in my pocket, walked out. I never came back. And then the next year I was like, well, shit, I don't want an F on my freaking transcript. I need to fix this. So I took it again, and I was no better off. I was no better off than I was the first time. So I got another F. And my mom and dad aren't watching this, are they? And then
Yeah, dude, they're in the other room. They're in my place.
The third time around, I was living with someone who was also taking the same class. So I did manage to get, like, I squeaked by on a 60 something, and it was like, okay, I didn't fail. I am moving on. The stupidity wasn't failing the class. The stupidity was saying I can take this class without the requirement, and I should go ahead and take it again instead of saying this is not for me. I need to move on. Yeah.
Why do you think were you stubborn? Do you were you like, was it pride where you go, I'm going to do this?
I mean, I was 19 or 20 years old, so I'm sure there was a lot of stupidity, stubbornness, and pride at the time. But I think it's just not realizing that was an option.
Right.
That taking a step backwards was an option. Didn't
Right.
realize that, you know. I like to think that I realize it now a little bit more than I did in the past, but yeah.
I was going to school and I transferred from like a business major to video production, and I looked and I'm like, oh, if I take a couple classes, I can also get a degree in economics. And I'm like,
shit.
all right, because I took like macro and micro and all this, and I'm like, statistics. All right, I'll take that. And I get in the class, and it's the same situation. You could take one of these two statistics class, and one was the class I should have taken, but then I took the one that was like hardcore statisticians in this class. And I remember the first class I was in, I thought, what am I doing? I don't even know what question to ask. And I remember every time the test would come back, he'd be like, Marcel, 94, nice work. Jennifer, 96, nice work. 78, Jay. And I was like, and I was on the verge of a B. I was like a C. Uh-huh. And the last exam I took was like one of those booklets, and you had to like write all the
sure.
How you find the answer.
The essays, yeah.
The essay book. And so I wrote in the book, and this was a bad lesson for me because I learned a shortcut. I wrote in the book, hey, I know I'm probably just going to get a C, but I want to tell you, the way that you helped me in this class, you taught me how to study, and I'll never forget that. Thank you so much. It's such a bigger lesson than the grade I could have gotten. I went and I looked at my grade. Oh, totally. I looked at my grade. It was a C, and he scratched out and put B. And I was like,
that's amazing.
It was a terrible lesson because I was like, oh, this is how it works.
I mean, look, this is not about one-upping you, and I can't believe that I'm sharing this, but you and I have shared a lot of crap on stage before. So this is, For summer, I took a statistics class, and I kept thinking, well, I kept for 2 years, I'm like, I want to be a math major. And so I kept trying different things. First, I tried astronomy, and there are two astronomy classes.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a one for physicists,
Yeah.
and there's a one for everybody else. And I should have taken this one and enjoyed the damn class
That's
and
the
learned
fun
something.
one.
And this is the one where I was struggling, and I ended up doing really horribly. So in the summer, I'm like, all right, astronomy and mechanical engineering are not the applications I'm going to do for applied math. So I'm going to go with statistics. So I took a statistics class just like you. And I swear to God, we get to the final and I'm in the class and I'm looking at this going, well, I'm going to fail this. So I get up and I kids, don't do this. But I go up to the teacher, the professor, and I'm like, I go, hey, listen, I just want to apologize. I know I'm a really bad student. It's summer. I've not been putting in the effort and time. And he goes, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just get your grade up until now.
No.
Yeah, I got a C. I would have failed that so bad. And instead I got a C. Not the lesson to learn.
Well, but is it? I mean, I think it is
I
the
mean,
lesson. I'm like,
it worked for the both of us.
yeah, and part of it is like, you start learning, oh, if you connect with people or you talk to them or things like that, and there are ways you can use it for good and there are ways you can use it definitely for your advantage. Like I remember in college, big lecture hall, somebody was taking their booklet down. It was in chemistry. And the teacher goes, hey, you're not in my class. Give me that book. And the dude lifted up the pile of test booklets, slid it, put it down. The teacher couldn't find
That's
out
awesome.
where it was, and then walked out. And I was like, whoever did that, very smart.
Wow. Now, I do want to say that I didn't go to the statistics professor and say that hoping he would change my grade. More than anything, I didn't want him thinking he was the reason I was doing bad. I didn't want him to think that like you did a bad job teaching because it was me.
Well,
I was at a job. It was summer. Like I didn't.
guess who I've invited? It's
Oh
your
no!
statistics team. No?
No.
Okay. Um, my friend, first off, we are going to do another issue show. You and I did a show before, but this time
Yeah.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do it virtually, where we're gonna
Well,
get there and
I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. I have been in therapy quite often for years now. So I like to think my issues are better handled.
Yeah,
I've grown. I'm
yeah,
older.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
See?
that was a brutal doing that show. I was so pissed after that show, not knowing why. I thought I was pissed, but I was just raw from
Yeah.
being so freaking honest and vulnerable on stage.
I mean, you were so, it was like the most vulnerable show I was a
Yeah.
part of. Now it was not, it was you, and it was very brave to sit there and like go, all right, let's talk about it. So I feel like definitely there's a time now for you to go, all right, it's your
Yeah.
turn, man, especially with things that have
Sure.
happened to me in the last, about a year right now. So we'll definitely be able to talk about those situations. Um,
Yeah.
but you
I'm
and
all for it.
Rich, no, go ahead.
No, I said I'm all for it.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah.
You and Rich, we talked a little bit earlier. You're
Yeah.
about to start doing more shows, right? Like,
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
us how we can watch that and follow you.
So you can find us on Facebook under Rolland and Riches or on Instagram. Let me get the exact date that we're doing this. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific. So if you're on the East Coast, hopefully you can still check it out. And we are doing it. Our first one is the 16th, Thursday the 16th, July
Gotcha.
16th at
And
6
where?
p.m. We're so for this one we're gonna try. I believe we're gonna do it through Zoom and let people actually like get on Zoom, and we're gonna let like if you laugh, hopefully we can hear it. Like we're gonna let people on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but that's the plan. And we're gonna have a guest team performing with us. So that's Tuesday the what did I say? The 16th.
16th?
Sorry, Thursday the 16th at 6
Yeah.
p.m. Pacific.
And then where can they find it? Like, what's the best way to follow you on Facebook or Instagram? Like, where can people find you?
Uh,
What? That was great. You froze.
Oh, you froze too. All right. I said on Facebook's a good place to find me, Rolland Lopez. It's a great way to find out what TV shows I'm watching. I talk about TV a lot. So,
Well, it's
my
always
parents are very proud.
they are gone from a math major to watching TV full time.
That's what. Okay, I wish. Jay, thank you so much for inviting me. This is a lot of fun, man.
You're the best. Always a pleasure, my friend. I can't wait to play with
Absolutely.
you again.
Same. We'll do it.
See you, buddy.
Bye.